And then you're just gonna come right here and see this gold.
Right there. Okay.
And then he'll give it to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then when it's time, you leave it up there. No, let's find it. Yeah, it is so heavy, Mr. Ward. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it to you. Don't worry. Let me see. Maybe you can, here, come right here. In front of yours. She won't be able to pick it up. It's real heavy. So you just do like that, and that's how you take your picture. Because it's real heavy.
Okay.
And so we'll do like that. So he'll come.
Members of the media, mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. It is Tuesday, June 17th. We're here with the Office of Equity in the Mayor's Gallery at Metro Hall. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Metro Hall. We're thrilled to have everyone here today. We're thrilled to take part today in the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission Awards. As I know everyone here with us today knows, Juneteenth is also known as Emancipation Day or Freedom Day, which commemorates that day on June 19, 1865, when Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced that all enslaved people were to be freed. This came 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, and it marked a significant turning point in the fight for equality and freedom. I know that I believe, and all of us at Louisville Metro government believe, that Juneteenth is not just a holiday, but it's a symbol of hope and progress. And 3 years ago, an ordinance was passed in Louisville to codify the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission to help connect Louisvillians to the holiday and to celebrate partnerships with Black leaders in businesses and community organizations, higher education, and all across our community. And I'm so proud that Dr. Vanessa McPhail from my office is working closely with the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission this year on all of the activities and these important awards. And I would like to say to all of the commissioners of the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission, thank you all so much. We really appreciate all of your volunteer effort, your dedication to this effort and to other things in the community. So if you are a commissioner on the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission, please stand so we can recognize and thank each of you. Thank you all so much. And before we present this year's award, I would like to welcome up Al Cornish, who's the secretary of the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission, to talk a little bit about the mission of the commission, and also the former chair of the Kentucky Derby Festival, who I might say did an amazing job with this year's festival as always. Al?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you and good morning. Give our mayor a round of applause. We have to do that. The mission of the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission is to facilitate the creation of an annual series of educational, cultural, and community-wide events for the purpose of increasing community awareness of the significance of Juneteenth. And we're very, very honored to be the committee that has been charged with pulling all of those activities and events together. And you'll hear more about that a little later in the program. Thank you.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Al. So we have 4 awards to present today. The first award is the Antiquity Award, which honors past leaders who have created a legacy of success, leading with confidence and brilliance, and who have laid the foundation for today and tomorrow's movement into the future. The recipient of this Antiquity Award this year has dedicated 39 years of service to the Jefferson County Public Schools as a teacher, counselor, principal, central office administrator, and in 2010, she was appointed to the Jefferson County Board of Education, representing District 1. In 2012, she became the first African-American woman to chair the school board. And in 2020, her commitment to education expanded when she got appointed to the University of Louisville Board of Trustees by Governor Andy Beshear. She is a life member of the Louisville Urban League, NAACP, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, and the Links Incorporated. And I know that her most cherished role is being mother to Alicia Danielle Danny Porter, whose legacy continues to inspire. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming the amazing Diane Porter, this year's winner of the Antiquity Award. Ms. Porter. These are very heavy and impressive, so we're going to have all the award winners stand behind the award. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
We're going to take pictures. Stay here, and then we're going to take pictures. Oh, you want to take one? Let's take it. We're going to look right there over to Stephen. Next up is the Now Award. The Now Award celebrates the present and recognizes high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, and skillful execution. The recipient of the Now Award is a dynamic leader and entrepreneur. She is the founder of the 40 in 1 Company, a boutique consulting firm specializing in business attraction strategies and real estate development, particularly in West Louisville. Through this venture, she has played a pivotal role in revitalizing communities by attracting amenities and services that residents deserve. She has also co-founded Black Coffee, a community-driven coffee shop in the Russell neighborhood designed to be a hub for culture, business, and social connection. She is also a current Fuse Fellow in our Office of Housing and Community Development, where she is building wealth in our entrepreneurial community, specifically by working to build capacity in our small developer ecosystem. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating this year's Now Award recipient, Johnetta Roberts. Next up is the Hope Award. The Hope Award looks to the future and celebrates a leader who is guided by passion and dares to soar. And I know this person well and know she fits both of those criteria well. She's a news anchor, a reporter, and a host. She graduated from U of L with a Bachelor of Arts in Communications and a Bachelor of Arts in Biology. She began her career in radio broadcasting, spending 17 years in the field before joining Wave 3 News in 1994. And on Wave News, she's hosted Wave Listens for 4 years. She's also very active in the Louisville community, donating her time and serving on so many boards, including the Brain Injury Association of Kentucky and our very own Juneteenth Jubilee Commission. She is passionate about our city. She loves her home and her neighborhoods in South Louisville. Please join me in welcoming the amazing Dawn G. And the final award is the Village Award, presented to a local organization that celebrates community. The recipient organization serves high school students by providing tutoring, preparing students for college, and guiding students to financial well-being. This organization, leading with the belief that an investment in the education of our youth is an investment in the future of our communities. Please join me in welcoming Dwayne Robertson to the stage to accept this year's Village Award on behalf of the Tiger Foundation. Once again, congratulations to all the awardees who have made such a positive impact in our community, whose leadership continues to shine bright, continues to influence all of us in our city in so many ways. I'm so thrilled that the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission has honored each of you and your organizations for what you all have contributed to our city. And to the commissioners of the Juneteenth Jubilee Commission, thank you all so much. I know that you have worked incredibly hard to continue over the years and this year raise the significance of Juneteenth, use Juneteenth as an opportunity for all Louisvillians to learn about our important history, to elevate the message of Juneteenth, and to bring together people through important celebrations and educational opportunities. So to talk a little bit more about what's to come this week as we celebrate Juneteenth, I'd like to welcome back Dr. Vanessa McPhail, who is the Executive Director of our Office of Equity, to talk a little bit more about the Juneteenth Jubilee events coming up this week. Dr. McPhail?
Good morning. We have a signature event, and our signature event is the Juneteenth Jubilee Amplify event. It is in partnership with the Kentucky Opera. As part of Louisville's official citywide Juneteenth Jubilee celebration, Kentucky Opera's third annual Amplify Songs of Justice is an evening of inspiring music, art, and spoken word, commemorating this important date in American history. Local artists raise their voices to sing and celebrate freedom with performances honoring Black musical traditions. This concert features songs of justice, 5 civil rights songs commissioned by Kentucky Opera in 2020, composed by Jarrell Williams, to lyrics written by Dr. Paula McCraney. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the concert begins at 7. Again, June 19th, doors open at 6, the concert starts at 7, and it is free and open to the public, but we do ask that you get tickets at thekentuckyopera.com, and this is our signature event. We will also be partnering with Dare to Care to give food to those in need on Friday, June 20th. That day is called Agape Day. Agape is the highest form of love, or agape, the highest form of love, is charity. And at the end of the day, that is what we are truly celebrating with both of these events. Our local Divine Nine, Black Greek organizations, and the National Panhellenic will be giving food to those in need in partnership with Dare to Care. Thank you so much. Hope to see you at our events.
Thank you so much, Dr. McPhail. Rachel and I are looking forward to attending both of those events. Councilwoman McCraney, last year was a powerful event, and I'm excited to hear this year's as well. And Agape Day and working with Dare to Care and the Divine Nine is always so incredibly fun, and it makes everybody feel good. So encourage people to join us for both of those events coming up this week. A couple other things before we get to questions from members of the media for our weekly press conference here. But one other area that I wanted to talk about that's been guided by Dr. McPhail's leadership that's going on in the community this week as well. You know, we were working so incredibly hard to make sure people all across our community feel safe, feel heard, and feel respected, particularly when it comes to issues of public safety and continuous improvement at LMPD and throughout Louisville Metro government. And so to that end, I want to remind everybody that we're moving forward with our community commitment, Louisville's Consent Decree, which is an agreement between Louisville Metro government and LMPD and the citizens of Louisville to continue our ongoing reform and improvement efforts. As part of that, an independent monitor is going to be hired as a neutral evaluator of Louisville Metro government's and LMPD's progress towards implementing the community commitment and everything set forth in there. And we've started a process of selecting that independent monitor. The stage we're at now is public input. We want to hear from the community. We want to hear from residents about the qualities that you all would like to see in an independent monitor, and then ultimately what you think about the finalists who have made the final 2. So we have 2 community listening sessions, and the first one is tonight at the Republic Bank YMCA in West Louisville at 18th and Broadway from 6 to 7:30 tonight. We encourage everyone who wants to participate to make their voice heard, to attend and to provide feedback. The second listening session is going to be on Saturday, June 28th at the Newburgh Community Center from 10 to 11:30 a.m. That's a Saturday morning, June 28th from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Both of these sessions will be led by facilitator Dr. Cherie Dawson-Edwards. She's a professor of criminal justice at the University of Louisville. Online, you can find out more. You can find a link to register. Or if you can't attend, but you still want to provide feedback, you can provide that feedback online as well. Additionally, I'm pleased that my administration continues to work with colleagues on Councilwoman McCraney and her colleagues on Metro Council and organizations all across this community towards continuing these improvement efforts. It seems that I'm pleased that the community is so committed to reform and improvement. And so I was proud to sign last week a resolution that was passed by Metro Council last Thursday night that reflects many of the reforms and improvements that we're working on that are set forth, that we've already committed to in the community commitment document. We're going to continue working closely with Metro Council on continuing to make sure that we move forward with these reforms and improvements. We are all committed to building a community where justice is promised and practiced every day. And speaking of public safety, I also want to highlight some of the incredible work from our first responders that's been going on across the city over the past week, including keeping us all safe this past weekend. One example is on Saturday. LMPD and ABC helped break up a large unauthorized gathering in an event space on River Road just across from Waterfront Park. Organizers of that event had allowed hundreds of underage teenagers and young adults inside the building that well exceeded the limits set by the fire marshal. There were also hundreds of underage teens and young adults that were gathering, many of whom were drinking, in the parking lot outside the venue. These were unsafe conditions, and ABC and LMPD quickly and proactively broke up the gathering, preventing any fights or injuries to anyone who was gathering that evening. I'm very proud of this proactive approach that is being taken to public safety to prevent issues from happening before they happen as often as possible. So thank you to the men and women of ABC, of LMPD, and all of our first responders, including our Louisville firefighters who fought a fire at an apartment building on 8th Street through the middle of the night this morning. Their work is incredibly helpful. And finally, before we get to questions, a few fun announcements about some great sports achievements in our community, which I know matter and just bring us together so well. I want to give a huge shout out to two new high school state champions that are both from Louisville, Assumption High School and Trinity High School. Assumption High School won the girls softball state championship this past weekend, and Trinity High School won the state championship in baseball this past weekend. And we are very proud of both the Rockets and the Rocks, who have amazing accomplishments in these sports. And so we're going to have a ceremony coming up very shortly to honor both of these teams. We're very proud of these high school athletes here in Louisville that are bringing home state championships. Also, speaking of baseball, I want to wish the best of luck to U of L baseball team today at 2 p.m., playing in the elimination game in the College World Series in Omaha. Go Cards. I had the opportunity last Friday night to travel to Omaha for their opening game. And that team just continues to fight through adversity, and they've really come through in pressure situations, particularly on Sunday. So today, I don't know about you all, but I'm hoping they run up the score in the first inning so we don't have to have all of those nerves over a few hours during the game, and we can continue to root Cards on to victory in the World Series. And finally, speaking of U of L, I'm thrilled to announce this morning that on June 28th at 10 a.m., we're going to be partnering with University of Louisville Cardinal Athletics on a very special ceremony to honor former athletic director Tom Jurich. Tom did so much for the university and our city during his 20-plus years with U of L Athletics, and we're honored to be acknowledging him, to recognizing him, and bringing Tom back to U of L and to Louisville for this very special event. So we're going to have a public event June 28th at 10 a.m. Right on Floyd Street. We're all in the middle of the plaza right there by the softball stadium, by the playground. And I'd like to invite the community to join me on June 28th at 10 a.m. for a special recognition and honor for Tom Jurich for his contributions to our city. There's a lot going on in this city. Yes. There's a lot going on in the city. Nothing more important than celebrating Juneteenth this week. Again, I'd like to thank all of the Juneteenth commissioners for your work throughout the year, for what you have done to put together these important events this week. congratulations again to the award winner. And I'm happy to take a couple questions from the media, and then maybe we can gather to take a few questions, take some pictures with the commission and the award winners. So to the members of the media, are there any questions for this week?
Street recognition for Tom Jurek, and why now is the time to do that?
Yeah, so Tom was here for 20 years, and when you think about the impact that U of L athletics has had on our city, it goes beyond the university. He laid the foundation for the great work that Josh Hurd and his team and the coaches and the staff and all of the men's and women athletes are doing today. Just like all of us are building on the foundation of others who have come before us. Just think about all of these new facilities and how we bring people to our city from all over the country and the world because of the facilities that we have. The great pride that so many in our community take in U of L, in being a fan of U of L athletics, bringing our community together. And really that's what I've been working to try to do, is to bring our community together. Whether it's on topics like police reform and improvement, to bring our community together so we can move forward as one. Athletics is another way that we can really bring our community together. And so I'm hoping this is a fun way to recognize an individual who has contributed so much to our city. And I'm proud to do this in partnership with U of L.
Mayor, a couple of council members say ICE has detained people at the ISET building in Old Louisville. Can you confirm whether this is happening?
We don't have specific information on that yet. The question was about a protest yesterday outside of a facility regarding some ICE arrests. We are working to gather more information on that right now, and so I'm hesitant to provide information until we have it 100% confirmed. So we are aware of the reports. We have some initial information, but I cannot provide any further detail at this time. We will as soon as we get it. But let me assure the entire community of one thing, that LMPD, Louisville Metro Government, is not involved with that. We are focused on preventing violent crime here locally and responding to violent crime locally. Immigration enforcement actions are a federal government responsibility, and LMPD is not involved.
And also, do you have an update on the demolition of the Juvenile building and what you hope goes there in its place?
So the question was about an update on the Givaudan building. As you all will recall, there was an explosion at that factory many months ago, and I had a call with the leaders of Givaudan a few weeks ago, I would say it probably was most recently. The demolition work is, I can't remember, we can get you the exact schedule, but it is beginning. It's going to be heavily monitored by lots of different folks and organizations using important tools to make sure that it's done in a very safe way for the entire neighborhood. And I've had conversations with lots of community members about what they'd like to see there. There are lots of good ideas. Speaking with Councilman Owen about how we start to facilitate some feedback. That property is still owned by Givaudan. So ultimately, they are the owner of that private property. I would definitely love to see something other than a manufacturer facility located there. There are a lot of good ideas ranging from housing to a park and lots of other good ideas as well. I'm really excited to hear what the community's input is before any decisions are made. Any other questions? All right, well, thank you all very much, and I'd like to invite all the commissioners up, all the award winners up, and let's take some pictures with these 4 amazing award winners. Thank you all very much.